Fifty-year Death Starfighters, my name is Carlin Jones, and this is a Starfighter full episode review. If you are new to the channel, basically what this is I watch TV with you. You know, the TV shows you watch, pretty much the main purpose of this is so you will never have to watch TV alone. I love television. I love all types of television, and that includes the Bachelor franchise. Well, I wouldn't say I love it, but I do love TV. So at that point, I can get into watching it. Like, I can get into it a lot. I even made an analysis on it. So feel free to check that out. But there's so much to talk about with this show. First one being, and this is before we start the whole episode deep dive, or the whole episode. But why is this show so relevant? I still, to the life of me, I don't understand why this show is so relevant and why people, or maybe they don't. I just don't understand why America views this show as kind of like a stepping stone in a sense of what they're looking for in relationships and what they would want. Because let's face it, a lot of people who watch this show are looking to see romance. You know, they want to see something romantic. They want to see something something that they kind of wish that they have in their life, that they want to have in their life. And that's kind of the very luxurious things this show presents. The you know, the bachelors and bachelorettes who honestly are all freaking GQ models, or at least they look like that. They're very, very attractive people. But I almost feel like this show needs to have like I don't know how to describe it, but just like a kind of like one of those FBI warnings you get in the beginning of like a DVD or VHS from back in the day, where it's like, hey, warning, you're going to see such and such, such and such, and such and such, and this might lead to unrealistic expectations in your own personal love life, or, you know, your romances that you might, or relationships you might get into in the future. I feel like it should have that, because every time I try to bring that up, whether it's on online or people who watch The Bachelor, you know, people say like, oh, you know, we know this is like unrealistic. This is kind of like whatever. But people get so into it, and I don't think people really understand what subliminal messages can do to viewers. Like what it can really, really do to viewers. And we're going to get into that a lot in this full episode review. This is going to be season, I don't even know what season this is, honestly. Well, it says season 7. Season 7, episode 1 of Bachelor in Paradise. The episode is 1 hour and 23 minutes, 8 seconds. And, yeah, there's so much to get into with this. Just, I don't know. I was contemplating, I'm like, should I do a full episode review on this? Because, yeah, there's a lot that I want to say, a lot I want to get off my chest about this show, that I'm like, I'm so passionate about television that I just want to conversate on it, because I just love how many talking points a TV show can give a human being. And I think that's beautiful in itself. But at the same time, there is such a thing as trash TV. But I do believe that all TV has a purpose. Even for shows like The Bachelor, or like Housewives of Atlanta, or like Operation Repo, like just certain reality TV, and even certain narrative TV that's trash too. All of it has a purpose, and all of it can be consumable. I just feel like it should be consumed in a certain way. And yeah, but we'll totally get into that in that review. So this is going to be a long one. It's going to be so long. So let's get into this full episode review. I am watching this episode on Hulu. You can watch this episode along with me on Hulu. If you have an account, you can just watch it there, because That's the only. Oh, that's not true. So you can watch it on Hulu, or you can watch it on. You can watch it on ABC.com. Normally, they will post it at 5 a.m. After the episode airs. That 5 a.m. the next day, they will have it on ABC.com. So you can watch it there with me too. And I believe ABC.com might be a better choice. Although I think they don't stream it in good quality. However, there's no commercials. And Hulu is like notorious for so many stupid commercials. So you can choose one of those two options to watch it. So I will be on Hulu. And yeah, let's get into it. So I'm going to start this episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's my chair. So I never understood why this show takes itself so seriously, and why these contestants take themselves so seriously. Like, I don't understand how there can be any types of drama. Still your man. Isn't this paradise? There's no labels. So you know you hit an all-time low. I'm going to tell everyone right now, this is where you're going to end up if you keep being on the show. Okay, I have no idea why Little John is here. Really? Oh, I don't understand this. I do not understand how. What is the is literally blowing my mind. They just brought you guys to a beautiful beach with a lot of alcohol, and I'm sure amazing food with a bunch of attractive looking people. I don't understand what's the problem. I don't understand how people can just hate on each other. Obviously, these producers are whispering in people's ears, telling them about stuff, but it's insane. Oh, Serena P. I remember her. Matt season. No, you're more remembered as that Canadian who had that really weird one-on-one date talking about your Canadian heritage. That was a weird fucking date, wasn't it? Okay. Yeah, I didn't watch this season. I think I saw like one episode of Claire's season, and I just stopped. I don't know. The Bachelorette is just boring to me. One thing I do miss, and one of the inspirations for my YouTube channel, honestly, came from, Watching the Roses and Rose show with Laura Zima. I love that little talk show review thing that she does. I absolutely love it. I just love her energy and what she brings to it. Cause it's just like she talks about this franchise with such freaking passion. Like you can just tell she loves it, and she just wants to conversate about it, which is cool. And I really admire that. He's good looking. He has a career. So I don't understand what the whole Tasha thing is. I know a lot of people like her, but I'm just like, she just doesn't look natural to me. There's something about her. I just don't. She's a very pretty young lady, but I don't think, like, if I was there, hypothetically, if I was there on Bachelor Paradise and she was there, I don't think I would talk to her. Obviously, that's just me, and I'm pretty sure I'm the anomaly in that. Here's my favorite fucking personality ever in the entire freaking franchise. Victoria is fantastic. I know a lot of people hate on her, but honestly, like, come on. This is pure entertainment. I've honestly haven't seen someone this entertained, or excuse me, as this entertaining since like Flavor of Love, like New York, like that type of level. Maybe New York was like a different level. Victoria's probably like a few levels down, but still very entertaining. Oh, that's good. That's good to know. Okay, this is super inappropriate. I have no idea how. Well, I can understand how the producers allowed this, but this is highly inappropriate. You would think they would have learned what happened in Claire's season with that dodgeball thing. Like, stop showing up naked. Kelsey. Wow. Pilot Pete season is my favorite season, by the way. That's the only season I've watched from beginning to end. Oh, that's a lie. Matt season I watched from beginning to end too. But Pilot Pete season is the first ever Bachelor season I've watched from beginning to end and got invested in. Why don't you just stop wearing makeup and just carry a rag with you? Nothing wrong with sweating. Listen, there's some beautiful women here, but I'm trying to see, like, honestly, and I'm being completely honest, and this is just me, I think Victoria is the best looking one here, and I'm going to tell you why. Because with Victoria, you know what she looks like without makeup. She's one of those women that looks the same with and without makeup. I can't say the same for Kelsey. Wait, we've seen Kelsey without makeup a little bit in Pilot P season. She looks 100% different. Most of these women, a lot of these women do look different without makeup, except for her. She looks great. But I still think Victoria, in my opinion, I think Victoria is the best one. Yeah. Jessina. Yeah, she's gorgeous. Matt James. Funny how you look at that Matt James season. He was actually a pretty good bachelor in terms of respecting the women and always trying to be empathetic on how they feel. Bro. I don't understand. Like, what are you hoping to... What are you... She's pretty. But as 35 years old, what are you... Like, what are you doing here? Hmm. Why is the end goal marriage? Why is that with the Bachelor franchise? Why can't you just like, hey, now you survive, you made it to the end of the season, you won. Now you guys have to go on multiple days, go on a vacation together. That sounds like a lot better. No stress, no pressure. Okay, David. I like David Spade. I grew up listening to his comedy specials. And obviously his movies too. I grew up watching Joe Dirt. But how random is that though? David Spade? Like David Spade? I don't get it. Oh wow. It's Abigail. Wow. I would love to meet David Spade too. Well, Matt was just never into you, Abigail. It was nothing against you personally. He was just never into you. I don't think she's such Abigail is such an attractive young lady. but he just wasn't into you. And I remember throughout the entire season of Matt, all of Twitter, all of Bachelor Nation was just like, oh, we want Abigail. Abigail deserves love. This and that. This and that. If she deserves love, like, if that's how y'all really feel, then you should be you should be wanting her to go home, because clearly he's not into her. And to force two people who just to be together when one person clearly does not want to be in that relationship, that's wrong. She's better off finding love in her wherever she lives. She has a higher percentage of that relationship working by doing that where she lives. Her being on these shows, every one of these contestants being on this show kind of just lets you know, I think they're at a bit of a stalemate in their life. At least 90% of them. I don't think they have much going on in their life if they're doing these type of shows. Oh, weird. My chair's so squeaky. Extra button down. Yeah, whatever. Let's do it. Victory Death Starfighters, my name is Carlin Jones, and this is a Starfighter full episode review. And today we are watching Bachelor in Paradise. Episode 1 just premiered, so we are going to watch it, review it, because honestly, listen, I feel like everyone has those kind of guilty pleasure shows. I honestly, you know what? Personally, for me, since I watch so much TV, probably an unhealthy amount of television, I personally would say I don't have any guilty pleasures, because I'm not ashamed to say that I watch any show or you know, like any type of show. I love television. I love all of television. I can appreciate all of television, but that doesn't mean I don't acknowledge when a TV show is trash. And over the hour and 23 minutes and 8 seconds that this Bachelor in Paradise episode has, we are going to really talk and try to define what is trash TV and where does it have does it have a place in television, and should it have a place in television? Because personally, I believe all TV is needed, right? I feel like all TV has a place in people's television, or excuse me, in people's homes. I feel like all of television has a place. It just has to be shown the right way, and it almost like that FBI warning sign before like DVDs and VHS tapes. I feel like people should say like, hey, this is this TV show, and by the way, this has this and this and that, and it's very, very unrealistic to such expectations to what people might have in real life. Because in all honesty, that's what The Bachelor is. And and for anyone who hasn't who's new to my channel, I've done an analysis on The Bachelor that I'm kind of proud of. And I didn't really think, like, I don't know if I should do another analysis, but then now after watching this first episode of Bachelor in Paradise, because I've seen it before, I'm like, maybe I should revisit this. Because to the life of me, I do not understand why this show is so popular and why it is so... I don't understand why it's the norm of in terms of like what people are looking for in terms of their view or like what they would want in a relationship. I have a theory on why it's so popular, but we'll totally get into all that. So if you're new to the channel, I do these full episode reviews, and they're pretty much just commentary. It's just commentary over the TV shows you're watching, so you never have to watch TV alone. Yeah. All right. So you guys don't know, I took like a super long break and I pressed pause, but now I'm back. I wonder, from the Bachelorette season that just passed with Katie, because people love Katie from Matt's season. I think that was probably the most beloved character from that season, and the fact that she got her own Bachelorette season, which I didn't really think she deserved one, but the fact that she got one, everyone loved her, and now that her season's over and the way it ended. No, I think the Bachelor Nation fan base is a little bit split. I wouldn't say half, maybe like 60-40 now, people who just don't like her because of how she reacted with Greg and all that. I just think it's so funny how quick Bachelor Nation is ready to turn on a character, a personality. Interesting. This is so weird. Like this is gonna be legit my first time probably watching Bachelors in Paradise like all the way through from beginning to end. I've seen one episode, or not one episode. I've seen one season before, like a few episodes, but never sticked around. So this is gonna be weird. Or just the concept of it is just off to me. It's as if some of these people aren't grown adults, if you want to be honest. None of them are very few are in their 30s or past their 30s. And he's totally frozen on this bottle. He's gonna put it out. He's gonna put an eye out with that. Get a corkscrew, bro. So what was I saying? Yeah, it seems like the show has reverted itself into some type of like high school-esque environment, which is so weird. It's very weird. And I feel like, and this is just my opinion, I'm talking a lot, but not much is happening. Hold on. I like Kelsey, actually, from Pilot Pete season. She was one of my favorites. She wears probably too much makeup, but I like her. She seems pretty straightforward. But yeah, as I was saying, it's I think majority of the people here are somewhat of a sense mature enough to operate in a real world, right? Like you're mature enough to have a job, you're mature enough to have certain responsibilities. But I feel like once you enter an environment such as Bachelor in Paradise, somehow, some way, it kind of reverts you back into that immature adolescence mentality. And it's weird. Like, it's very weird. And I'm sure it's not necessarily like the contestants' faults. Well, you know, if they do something stupid, they did something stupid. You should blame them. But the producers have such a hand in this. I mean, listen, every one of these guys looks like a GQ model, honestly. He just got here, shit. Yeah, I don't know. Joe, you're not a bad looking guy. What are you talking about? Yeah, you're 35, right? You look incredible for 35. I don't think most Americans look like. Or excuse me for saying that, but come on. Yeah, you're not a bad looking guy. You're in shape. You have a full head of hair. Yeah, he's a little too he's overthinking things. Natasha. I definitely like Natasha in Pilot Pete season. I honestly like majority of the women in Pilot Pete season. There's probably like one or two I don't like, and I know they're in this Bachelor in Paradise season, so I'll point them out. Here's one of my favorites. Oh man, Tammy. I lost the bet. You should have said it's a low point in my career. I do like David Spade though. Interesting choice for a host. I don't know. I like Tammy. It's Tammy and Natasha that I'm like, obviously I would hang out with them. Clearly, she watched the season. This is so weird. Again, because, Bachelor Paradise, they're all obviously going to date each other, right? But it seemed like in the real world, they all date each other anyway, right? Normally you see just Bachelor people just dating Bachelor people. This is so inappropriate. I can't believe it. That's actually pretty funny. So at certain TV shows I'm watching, I kind of like to think that whatever they excel at in terms of like a visual, I like to think of what happens if you would take that away and what would happen to that show. Like, what would that show, what else would it have to offer? And as for The Bachelor, I'm thinking, what if you took away just like the sexuality of the show? Like, what if it wasn't necessarily the quote unquote, um, I'm not trying to be politically correct here, but what if you took away the quote unquote attractive people? Like people who kind of look like this, like those type model-esque beauty pageant type of people, and they're just regular ass people. Would the show still be The Bachelor? Would it even be romantic? Because you can argue that this show's not romantic at all. People argue that every episode. I think that's the only thing this show has going for itself. Oh, and obviously the budget and the places that they take these people are obviously pretty amazing. But just imagine that. Imagine your friend that you know. Imagine them and then some other random guy, the last person who texted you. Imagine them too on like a dating show like this. No sexuality. Everyone's wearing like long sleeves, nice shirts, whatever. Just and just imagine that. I don't know. I think about that stuff a lot. I was thinking, I'm like, should I do like a review or like another analysis on this? But I don't know. At first, I'm like, what would I talk about? But maybe I could talk about that. It would make sense. You make it sound so simple, but people cry on this beach every day. Oh, please. Okay, Canadian. Well, you're a little bit biased on that, so. I really don't like the beach. I would be grocery store Joe right now. If I was a guy on here, I would just be chilling. You know, especially if it's like men's night for giving out roses. They gotta come to you. They gotta come to you. Honestly. So some woman's gonna have to talk to me. If they don't want to talk to me, I guess they're gonna go home. Ouch. That kind of sucks. Yeah, I don't think he should be here. I don't think he should be here. Wait, how long was that ago? Ah, I forgot. I forgot when he said that. He said that was like a few years ago, right? And he split up with her. Yeah, you know, it's actually really hard. Like to put yourself out there like that, especially for this show. Cameras all around. Um, it has nothing to do with Spy Kids, but that's pretty damn tough. He didn't even compliment her back. I want to know who Natasha's going to get. Actually, I'm interested to see who's just going to go home. First off, women, if you can't find a man here, I mean, if you can't even, like, get a man to talk to you here, there might be something wrong with you. Oh, and of course, right when I say that, Victoria, I would talk to Victoria. Victoria would actually be my number one person I would talk to. That is 100% facts. I don't like her as a blonde. I wish she would have kept the brunette. Personally, I'm just not into blondes. If you ask me, I think Victoria's the best looking one here. The moment they say that. So here's what I think. Personally, this is just what I think. I think I've already said this. But I'm really willing to bet everything that I think 80% of the contestants in Matt's season, along with the people in this season, I think they actually like Victoria. And I think obviously she's not like this when the cameras are rolling. You know, I think she has I think she's pretty smart. I think she has like that Paris Hilton kind of personality in terms of, or not personality, mentality in terms of, if I can fool people to believe that I'm actually this way, then the joke's on them. Because she gets paid to do that. 100%. Well, feel free to go talk to him. Yeah, David Spade's pretty funny. I like him. I like him here. Who is that? Oh, yeah, that's what's her name from Matt's season. Yeah, oh yeah, she's super pretty. Super pretty. But granted, all these women kind of look the same because they kind of all fit that kind of mold, which is kind of like, ugh. But, I mean, these are very attractive people. They've already came and went, David. Interesting. Kelsey hasn't talked to anyone yet. I wonder who she's gonna vibe with. Oh, feel free. Oh, she's totally gonna have a meltdown this season. How many meltdowns does she have in Pete's season? God, everyone's sweating like crazy. It's honestly just global warming. Yeah, stay in the shade. For now. Yeah, just stay in the shade. Stay in the shade. Get yourself a little personal fan. Yeah, that's so weird. Oh my god. It's like, oh, that's weird too. That's pretty weird. But I was gonna say, like, Imagine just going somewhere to try and date someone, but they already know you. And you already know them. But you never met them. But they know everything about you. Look how weird that is. And think about how when you get there, you might be talking to one person, but then the rest of the 20 people don't want to talk to you because they know you. That is so like no wonder grocery store Joe's having a panic attack over there. That's tough. Oh, is he? I didn't watch Katie's season. I'm gonna be honest. I watched like 2 episodes. I'm like, this shit is boring. What the? Does every guy have like muscle milk routines? Does it's like they just downed a gallon of muscle milk before they came on this beach. Yeah, I don't like her. I don't like her from Pilot Pete season. I don't like her at all. I like her from that season. She was cool. This is so weird. Yeah, I would never do this. That's way too much pressure. Well, let it be another woman. That's another guy. So one of the few episodes that I did see from Katie's season is definitely the ones with Carl. He's kind of a clown. Yeah, he's a bit of a clown. No animosity though. What up? First off, I ain't hating on anybody. 2021. Okay, let's go. Okay, Victoria. Me. I do. 100%. 100%. I fucking hate the beach. The beach can kiss my ass. I 100% want to wear jeans and shoes to the beach if I have to go. 100%. Get your jokes off, Spade. What? Wait, someone gave birth here? These people have to be in denial. There's no love here. No one ever falls in love here. Has there? There's about like 27% of the people in the whole Bachelor franchise who do get married at the very end of the season and have actually stayed together. The rest of that percentage, no. Absolutely not. People don't stay together at all. Just think about that. That's like 75+% that you will not find love. Imagine that. And that's mostly because of what these producers do and what they care about and what they want their viewers to see, rather than them actually just trying to find organic chemistry. I just want to know. I want to just ask like a group of people, just like, why do you watch this show? Like, because listen, all TV is fine, right? In a sense, if it's a guilty pleasure, if it's, something like, oh, I just like to watch it, it relaxes me. Love the personalities. That's cool. That's completely fine. But I just really want to know, why do they watch this show? It can't be for the romantic values. It can't be. Okay. Yeah, 100%. I better make an effort. That's exactly how I'm thinking. All right. Then you wouldn't have a problem with walking over to me and making that connection. Good pick. I feel that. Who else? People keep saying they have good conversation, right? Every time I listen to a conversation that happens from either Bachelor Paradise, Bachelorette, whatever, the conversation seems so freaking dense. So I want to hear what these so-called good conversations are. It's not. I don't think you can even say dated Trey's uncle. They went on one date. That's not dating somebody. If you just go on one date and then you just don't talk to them again, that's 100% not dating. And then just to say you went on a date, that can be anything. That other person might even not even consider that a date. Word, that's what I'm saying. Y'all better not be shy around me. Okay, let me give it a top 5 who, one, anyone can approach me, right? I'm willing to have a conversation with anyone. But if I were to approach someone, nothing wrong with that. My top 5 women that I would approach if I had to: Natasha, Victoria. I don't know about Mari. Kelsey. I feel like she's emotionally intelligent, and that's a plus. Who else? Oh, Tammy. Tammy. That's 4. Right? Is that 4? Yeah, Natasha, Victoria, Tammy, Kelsey. Yeah. I don't know who the 5th one's gonna be, honestly. I mean, she's cute. Listen, there's no one on here that's like ugly or whatever. I mean, there's no such thing as an ugly woman, but yeah, I don't think I have a 5. I'll probably just say Victoria again. Oh, I know. That Asian girl. I forgot her name. Oh wait, her name is like Serena, isn't it? I think it's Serena. Not Serena P, but the other one. I'm gonna feel embarrassed if her name's not Serena. Word. So, isn't the premise of this show, though, like how the concept is for you to stay on the show, doesn't that mean you have to kind of lie about being into someone in order to make it to the end, right? Isn't that, isn't that, I'm not wrong for saying that, right? Because think about it. Let's say you're on the show, right? You're on the show, you're looking for love, whatever. It's the guy's week, so they have the roses, and you're going to have to talk to them in order to vibe with someone and get a rose. What if no man has approached you at all? No man has approached you. You're not really vibing with anybody. And some guy gets a date card, and he's like, hey, he approaches you, or woman, I mean, whoever you are, whatever you identify with as you're listening to this. And you're like, hey, would you like to go on a date with me? And what if you have no interest in them? Like, you're kind of like, I don't know. Would you say no? Because you're most likely going home if you say no. But if you say yes, and basically lie to them saying, yeah, I'm interested in you, and you get that rose, and in the next episode, you're like, no, I'm not interested in you anymore. That's wrong. That's horrible. Because everyone has to do that in order to survive. And if you don't do that, and if you do actually have the feeling for the person that you are going on dates with, the people you're going on dates with, like consecutively different people, then at that point, nothing from what you build with anyone is, I want to say, concrete, you know? Like building a relationship, starting a relationship with someone is like frequent air miles. You can't just go on this airlines and do this and then that airlines and then that airlines and then that airlines, and hopefully you'll gain enough hours to be able to go wherever you want, right? To go to marriage. That doesn't work like that. It's like one airline. You stick to one airline and you keep flying that plane. Hopefully what I'm saying makes sense. Like, the concept of this show is set up for you not to be in love. Maybe that's what my analysis should be on. So no man has approached Victoria. That's a little surprising. But at the same time, I don't think no man has approached Kelsey either. I made a post on this on Twitter when this aired. When she was like, a 5 second rule, and then they'll come over. I posted her picture, and then I posted the next picture over. It was 5 hours later, like from SpongeBob. I don't know. People thought it was funny. This is all editing, though. I'm pretty sure someone talked to her. Well, no one's talking to that other Asian girl behind her either. The hell is this? Their dates have been trash, Trinidad as of recently in the Bachelor franchise. Like, what is this? Pianas? Piñatas? A piñata? Pinatas? None of them know how to say it. I don't know how to say it. I'm questioning now if I know how to say it. Yeah, why? Okay. That's good. Yeah, physically. What? What is she saying? Don't worry about what everyone else is doing. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, if you, yeah, stop doing that, and then you'll be in a relationship. Okay, I don't see what the problem is. It seems like you're consciously aware of what your problem is with dating, but then yet, I don't know. That's weird. I don't know. Seems like Abigail is going through whatever syndrome that is when they say that when certain people reach a certain point in their lives and they've kind of haven't been successful with relationships and they're into their careers, they are completely content with just focusing on their career or just themselves. And not saying that's a syndrome, but it's like it's a certain way of thinking. No, they're cuddling for real. See, I'm not into that either. I'm not down to kiss someone like the day of meeting them. I'm not into that. That's just me. Yeah, you need to calm down. It's like right there. It's a beach. Once again, I haven't heard any good conversations yet coming from the show. Like I just really wish they should do like a raffle or something, and whoever wins it, they're allowed to see every single content from this season. Like all like just the raw files of like conversations they pick up, uncut, unedited, nothing's blurred out. That would be amazing to watch on a reality TV. Like from a reality TV show. Because honestly, reality TV is made so it can be manipulated and bend a bit. Because producers know who their heroes and villains are going to be before the season. Well, I'm not going to say before the season starts, but they have a general idea. Okay. Okay. I see that. I understand that. No, it speaks to everyone in Bachelor Nation having a pity party for her. I didn't understand why people wanted her to fall in love with Matt when clearly he was not interested in her. I'm like, she deserves a rose. Obviously not from Matt. Why would this woman deserve a rose if he's not into her? It's just wasting her time. She just go home at that point. And I'm happy she did get sent home. Because now she can find true love somewhere else. This is a weird date. That kiss is weird. Is that a rule? You don't have to kiss on the first date just because there's cameras around. You don't have to. Not the first kiss on Paradise. Even that's not the first kiss in Paradise. And that's not the first kiss in Paradise. My God. These people just sucking faces. It's so high school. Like, what in the world? I still see nothing romantic. This is just setting them up for failure, man. Like, come on. And I said this in my Bachelor analysis. When you have such extravagant things that is kind of building on the basis of a relationship, you kind of depend on those things to carry the relationship forward. That's one of the factors why relationships don't last long from this series. That's kind of scary, honestly. Crabs like that, and if you're just walking the beach barefoot late at night. Wow. Well, that's nature for you. Oh. My dude Joe, he's been by himself this whole time. You know, he's my favorite. He's my favorite because this would literally be me. My boy Carlos. Wait, what's his name? Give me a drink. Making me a strawberry daiquiri. Virgin, please. You can tell he's been drinking. You can kind of tell. Some things that reality TV does that a lot of people don't know is they force everyone to drink. Like literally, they force you to drink. Like, not saying they have to down like an entire bottle of something before they can start filming, but it's like, hey, wake up. Here, shots for everyone. All right. Before you go to sleep, shots. Never know what's going to happen. We got to film it. And it's weird. Like, the stories about Flavor of Love, I Live in New York, Real Chance of Love, like all that, they would give them shots of alcohol. Like, you'll get like a shot at every part of the day. You wake up getting a shot. Afternoon, here, take a shot. Dinner, night, evening, like whatever, take 2 shots. Like, it's absolutely crazy. So a show is tough. Mm. Grocery store Joe is just like, fuck. Yeah, he looks great, right? It's great for 35. Like 20, 23. Woo! Ugh. That's too young. I mean, 23? So why does this show always... It's weird, man. They get the youngest fucking people on the show. And people are like, we want an older season of The Bachelorette. We want older contestants. They tried that with Claire, and that's might go down in history as the worst fucking seasons of the entire franchise. Again, I don't know what type of conversations you're expecting to have with someone who's 23 and you're 35. It's just weird and awkward. This is not romantic. I can't be the only one that feels this way. Just weird. Ugh. Oh, that's not cool. They just left glasses and stuff like that out and about. Wow, I bet the PAs had to clean all that shit up. Unless they like hired a cleaning crew. That shit's weird. Well, I bet the food over there is good. What if someone just goes to the show just for the food and the alcohol? You're just there to party, not necessarily to meet people. Doesn't fucking matter who's with who at this point. It's the first episode. It's just gonna flip flop by next episode. You don't gotta give me the debrief, buddy. Is he really a bartender? I feel like he doesn't do anything. Look how he's cutting. What is he cutting? Look how he's cutting it. No fucking knife skills. You're not a bartender, bro. Posa. Well, why hasn't anyone asked Victoria who she has her eyes on? I feel like this should be Victoria's show. People hate on her from that season, but honestly, that season would be boring if it wasn't for her. Hey, we don't gotta do shit. Hold up. Wait, we got the rose. Why aren't you talking to everybody? When it's your turn, you ladies, when it's you guys' turn and have the roses, then we will make the effort to talk to everyone. Why was she looking over there? Nothing happened. DeAndrea. She's slick, a decent little athlete. I remember that Pilot Pete season when they were playing football. My favorite episode. Who's that? Oh, that's what's her face. Joe Dirt. I couldn't. I think I've seen your face, but I can't put a name to you. Yeah, I wouldn't talk to her. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still on Victoria, Natasha, Tammy, Serena, Agent Serena, I mean, and who's that other girl? I don't know. Oh, season preview. Is he ever gonna put any clothes on? Oh. Okay, Little John. Tammy. I doubt that. Dude, all you gotta do is make out. Come on. Oh my god. Notice what that says about this show. A bachelorette who had her own season is now on this show trying to date around. No, think about that. Oh, McKenna. I love McKenna. McKenna's hilarious. She is the thumbnail for my Bachelor analysis. Oh, another blonde. Oh, shit. Dude, just stay away from her, honestly. Jesus. Yo, why don't you go talk to her about that? Not me. Chill. Who's trying to fight somebody here, bro? Are you serious? Fucking meathead. I don't understand why the show takes itself so serious. I don't know how people take it so serious. Okay. Special guest David Spade. Is every episode gonna have like a special guest host? All right, that's the episode. Yeah, David Spade's a good addition. I like him. I've always liked David Spade's work though, except for Saturday Night Live. I just don't find that show funny. But all right, yeah, that is the full episode review of of God, I'm drawing blanks. Bachelor in Paradise. Please comment below. Let me know what y'all think of the episode so far, and what do you expect to see from the season. Honestly, I just don't. I just don't see how this is a thing. I can see, maybe I can kind of see how this is a thing. I just don't see how people can take it serious when they're promoting love in such fashion. Like, I can't see anybody being. Wait a minute. Now that I'm thinking about it, this will be an amazing story arc, right? If hear me out. If Grocery Store Joe and Kendall rekindle whatever was happening with them, this will be really good. And then you can even put Serena P in there as like a third a triangle, right? Love triangle type drama. And then he ends up choosing the woman he really wants to marry, which is Kendall all this time. And then they both commit, and she's like, I'm willing to move from that spot, which was the reason why we broke up. Imagine if that happened this season, and it's like this whole journey. That would be pretty cool. That would be awesome, and that would be really good writing in terms of reality TV. And that's happened in a few reality TVs. They had that in MasterChef, I think it was season 4, that I really liked. And yeah, quite a few reality TV shows from whatever seasons, they've done that. So I think that would be really, really, really cool. Because Grocery Store Joe is the only person I relate to so far. Everyone else is, every other guy is like 80% of them are like meatheads and just kind of eh. And the rest of the women, they're honestly, I would say they're all the same, except for Abigail. Abigail's obviously a little bit different, but even then, she's kind of like, eh. So, that's just how I feel. Please let me know in the comments below. And, yeah, that's the full episode review. So, I'll see you guys on the next episode. So, until then, victory or death, Starfighters.